The Moon is a Korean sci-fi film. Takes place in the near future. It's about Hwang Sun-woo. He is a low-level astronaut whose fellow astronauts on a 3-team mission in space near the moon to land there to get lunar samples is affected by a solar wind storm, causing him to be stranded by himself, and the only one that can save him is the former director of the space program, who's become a hermit. And there's a lot of drama and backstory with the first mission to the moon that blew up. So this movie has a lot of world building to it. It takes place in this sort of utopian, sort of alternate Earth where like people really are into the space program. The reason why a lot of people haven't gone to the moon again is because there's nothing there. But this movie sort of posits a sort of what if the moon had resources and water, and it would be good for Earth to go there again. And Korea is sort of pushed out of the space program when their first mission fails. So the only one that can save Sun-woo is this man from his past. So there's a lot of politics and like this movie kind of felt Michael Bay-esque, not in terms of like explosions, but just in terms of like everything's super dramatized to the max. You know, obviously in a normal sci-fi world or realistic world, there would be no second trip to the moon. There would be no NASA's not going to help their fellow astronauts, and that's, you know, a major thing in the movie. You just sort of have to go with it, and it's basically like a sci-fi disaster survival thriller in the vein of The Martian. Obviously, it's not realistically in terms of sci-fi, but the movie has a lot of cheap emotional beats too. They try to like, you know, make you feel, you know, like you know, really over the top dramatic wise. It's a, you know, a cultural thing, but I was still entertained, to be honest. The movie's like 2 hours long, but I still enjoyed it. I just felt that some of the aspects just didn't feel realistic. There was like these preening, evil NASA guys that just really feel out of place. It reminded me of the movie Flu. It's a 2016 or 2013 thriller film, a pandemic sort of action story that's really over the top. This one is from the director of the Along with the Gods movies, Duology, and 200 Pounds Beauty. So he hasn't done sci-fi before, but there's a lot of fantastical elements in this film that I didn't like. But overall, it was enjoyable. Acting's okay. I really liked the mentor character, Seung-hee. Really good acting from him. You know, I didn't know he was in the movie though, so like that was a nice surprise. Everyone else does okay. There's a lot of cliches, but it's still a thrill ride to be enjoyed. Even though it's not a full, complete package, I still had a good time. So I give The Moon a 6 out of 10.